Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to a new Talkin Movies. I'm your host, the real Geno Reynolds, and today we're going to be talking about a comedy. A comedy inspired by a true story. Now, note that I didn't say based on a true story. Inspired by a true story. This movie is Tag, starring Ed Helms, John Hamm, Jake Johnson, Isla Fisher, Hannibal Buress, and Jeremy Renner. A small group of friends who have been playing the same game of tag for 30 years conspire a team up to tag the one friend who has never been it. This is their last chance because after this season, he is getting married and retiring, and he plans on retiring undefeated at all costs. Before I talk about the movie itself, I want to cover the inspire by a true story part. The stuff I'm talking about or about to talk about is from my favorite reel-to-reel website, History vs. Hollywood. While this movie was based on a Wall Street Journal article from 2013, the characters in the movie are not playing the real-life people involved in the game, at least in a one-to-one type of way. According to People.com, Ed Helms' character, for example, is a composite of several of the real tag players. As crazy as they are, a lot of the tags you see in the movie are based on true events. There are even real ones that are even crazier, such as a tag that happened when one of the guys' wives was in the hospital getting chemo. That being said, the movie has one guy going to a very dark, and I mean very dark extreme to not be tagged, which then leads to, honestly, one of the best jokes in the movie. Then there are little things such as the game's been going on for 28 years, but in the movie rounds it up to 30. There are really 10 guys in real life playing the game, but in the movie there's only 5. And there really has been a ton of world hopping, disguises, technically criminal activity, including breaking and entering, and other crazy things that did occur in both the movie and in real life. Lastly, like in the movie, there really is a tag participation agreement, which is the rules for the entire game. Again, you can find out more about the real-life Tag Brothers, as well as read the tag participation agreement on History vs. Hollywood's website. Now, on to the movie itself. I thought the trailer for Tag looked really funny, and I had a lot of hopes for it, but I don't get my hopes up for comedies anymore. But I'm happy to tell you that the final product is really funny as well. Is it silly, crazy, and kind of stupid? Well, yes, but that's kind of the point. While there are some serious parts in this movie, some real and some a ruse, the overall tone of the movie is chaos, and I really enjoyed it. While some of the stuff in the movie would probably never happen, such as Jeremy Renner's character being able to avoid tags by hitting Ed Helms' character in the face with donuts so hard that he looks like he took a punch from Mike Tyson, it's all just over-exaggerated fun. The filmmakers just took a crazy premise and made it even crazier. I'm also glad that the movie is rated R, because they might not have been able to go to the extremes that they did for some of the humor. It let the actors just let loose and go crazy, which helped the movie's tone a lot, helped keep it just moving fast and funny. I thought the characters were really fun. Ed Helms plays sort of the ringleader of the group. He's the one that gets the players back together because Renner's character is going to retire. Isla Fisher plays his wife, and let's just say that she's intense. John Hamm plays a big-time businessman that has a bit of an ego. It's also because he is having an article written about him that the tag article gets started. Helms' character goes to a pretty big extreme to tag Ham, which leads to the reporter's interest in their game. Jake Johnson plays a recently divorced stoner that has a lifelong rivalry over a girl with Ham's character. Also, fun fact, one of the real-life Tag brothers, his name is Brian Dennehy. You might know where I'm going with this. Johnson's character's father is played by none other than actor Brian Dennehy, and I can't imagine that was a coincidence. And Hannibal Buress plays a character that's kind of paranoid of everything. He's really funny in this. Lastly, Jeremy Renner plays the elusive Jerry Pierce. Now, what can I say about his character? Let's just put it this way. If you were wondering where Hawkeye was during Avengers Infinity War, this movie might be your answer. The ways the characters describe him, he is almost superhuman, and some of the stuff he pulls off in the movie makes it seem that way. His character has this inner monologue where he thinks out the scenario before and as it's happening, similar to Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes or Denzel Washington's Equalizer. And those parts are really fun, and they get really crazy. And Renner's character will go to any extreme to not get caught. That's the whole point of this movie, is he's never been tagged, and by God, they're going to tag him this year. When it came to the soundtrack, that was another great feature of this movie. I'm just going to read a few of these individuals and groups off, and this soundtrack was almost a soundtrack to my teenage years. A Tribe Called Quest, Beastie Boys, Danzig, KRS-One, Ozzy Osbourne, Ice-T, and if you stay for the credits, you get to hear a cover of the Crash Test Dummies, sung by the cast of the movie, and it's pretty funny, especially the end of the song. It's just a quick gag, and it's pretty funny. Look, there's really not much more I can say about this movie. It's a stupid and funny good time. The characters, the plot, and the scenarios are all nuts. But the end result is a really fun watch. And if you're looking for a nice, dumb, fun comedy to watch this weekend, Tag is a perfect one to go see. That's going to be all for this edition of Talkin Movies. If you like what you've heard here, please subscribe to the Real Geno YouTube channel. Feel free to comment and like this video. And until next time, I'm your host, the Real Geno, Geno Reynolds. See you later. Peace.